episode of Alex's Toy Show with Feisty Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It's Fan Mail Friday with your YouTube hoodie weight champion of the world. We got 2 pages of letters, and we got a letter that we got to read from the King Walrus. There's walruses, and then there's King Walrus. Apparently, do you have a queen? Is she hot? I don't know. We'll find out. 2 things I want to cover before we get into the fan mail. Grimm has this vicious villain, new villain, V for vagina, whatever the hell his name is. He poofed in and he stole Grimm's title. And, like, I'm a licensed referee. I need, when somebody makes a cover, no matter what it looks like, I need to count to 3. Now, everybody thinks that, you know, Grimm was going to put me through the table because he was pissed he lost. But you know what? Him and I are still friends. There's nothing to worry about. All right, we're going to beat this bastard eventually, just like we beat every other bastard in the past. Pokemon anniversary, 20 years of Pokemon. I remember like it was yesterday when I swore that I was never going to let my kids play with Pokemon cards, because years ago, I had baseball cards, I had overpower cards, and you know what? The stuff is cool. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it, but it's like, what do you do with it after you have, you know, tens of thousands of cards? What do you do with it? I don't know. I ended up giving my baseball cards away to this place called Big Hit Baseball Cards in Silverton. I knew the guys in there, and Randy was working. I said, Randy, you want my baseball card? He's like, well, how many you got? I said, I got a couple of boxes. Bringing them in. Like 80 boxes later, I'm like, yeah, no, that's all of them. And he's like, dude, take some. I'm like, no, I don't want anything. I don't want to bring them around anymore. You know, I was moving, and I just didn't want to pack them up again, you know? And I was done. I kept my Van Sykes. I kept my Yankees. I let everything else go. I don't even know what was in the boxes. I just didn't care anymore. Overpower cards. Overpower was very awesome. It was around for, like, late 90s. And, you know, it had a solid 6 years, I want to say. I played, both my brothers played, I had friends that played, and I even was in a tournament. So I had, like, all these cards. I had 10, 20, 30,000 overpower cards. I finally found a buyer in New York. I mailed them, sold it for $400. Now, do you think I spent more than $400 on those overpower cards? You damn right I probably did. And then I pick up Feisty Pants after school one day, and I'm like, how's it going, buddy? How was school? Daddy, Pokemon cards! And I'm like, game over, man! Game over! So anyway, 20 years later, I remember saying like it was yesterday, but he loves it. I understand the reasons that he loves it, because I loved the cards that I had. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's get to the fan mail. Over on Twitter, at Tommy Elsie, E-L-C-E, writes in, hey, I'm a big fan. I was wondering if you still like Andy Van Slyke. Have you ever met Andy Van Slyke? And are you still doing the action figure trade challenge? And how was it hanging out with Virgil? Tommy's got a combination of comments / questions. Yes, I still like Andy Van Slyke. I still have the cards. I did meet him. He came over for lunch that day. We shot the TV show, and you know, we shot the show. We broke for lunch. We threw ball in the street. It was great. We played catch. I mean, how is it? It's like you're playing, you know, baseball with your favorite baseball player. I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. And how was hanging out with Virgil? You know, yeah, Virgil was pretty cool. We talked wrestling all night. It was pretty awesome. And I'm still doing the action figure challenge. I did one for January. I didn't really want to do one for February because first quarter is very slow and there's not a lot of new stuff out. So I figured I'd be making the same video. But I'm going to make an updated one for March. So yes, I'm still doing it. Luke Dixon tweets he wants a shout-out, watches all my videos, and it was nice to chat with you. Luke, it's awesome, but I don't do shout-outs. But I do write comments. When you make comments, I write them down. I read them like fan mail. No need for shout-outs, because I do one better. Participation. Matthew Winterborn and I, we chat on Twitter all the time. He says he was going to work with his dad, putting down carpet in people's homes, and it was easy and fun. He's doing it again tomorrow. This was earlier in the week. His dad is 53. And he's like, what did your dad pass on? And I said, nothing. He goes, my dad, he left when I was 7. My parents got a divorce and he peaced out. And I barely talked to him for 50 years. Not 50 years. It was closer to 20 years. It was like 18 or 19 years. And I am the person I am today. You know, I'm thankful. This is what he passed on. He passed on a life lesson that you got to rely on yourself to get the job done. Because if you can't rely on yourself, you're not going to rely on anybody. You're not going to go anywhere. So thank you. You want to talk about assholes? Dark Souls tweets in, your Minecraft videos are funny. Chris Peltier, I said, hey, how you been? He's been busy with school. I said, how's school going? He says, he didn't have school today, and he was about to watch Grimm's fan mail that I'm in. And I'm like, you know, whenever somebody's like, hey, you know, I saw you in Grimm's video, you're hysterical. I'm like, I have a channel. Tommy Green says, we were talking about, what, breaking our hands? Oh, yeah. So I was playing football with my friends. It was like senior year of high school. And the ground was like frozen over, you know, but there was no snow. So we played. And, you know, we kicked off. I'm running for the ball. My buddy Joe bumps me, just boop. And, you know, he's solid. Like, and I was light. You know, I was a quick runner. But I flipped. I'm running. And then I flipped upside down. And my hand caught the ground in some kind of weird fashion like this. And right behind your thumb, right back here, there's a small square bone, and I just broke it. Not in half, but, you know, I gave it a good split, and I had a cast up to my, my shoulder here, full arm cast for 3 months, and then they cut it to, like, a half cast for 3 more months, and then it was fine. But it sucked, man. It sucked a lot. Real Donut 2001 says he's got a good question for me on Beat the Buzzer, and he's hoping that I'm wearing my shirt again. Dude, I'm always going to wear that shirt. Indie Club over on Amino, he says, congrats on 10,000 subscribers. You and Grimm are funny. Love Beat the Buzzer, and is Virgil a cool dude? Yeah, Virgil was awesome. Also on Amino, Joey P says he's going to send me something. And Marie and I, we've been talking on Amino, and she comments on YouTube's once in a while. She loved the fan mail and Fat Guy's food reaction. That was where we had the Burger King hot dogs. Very awesome. All right, so the past 2 weeks, Feisty Pants did a 2-part Minecraft where we built these obstacle courses, and it was our continuation of the challenge games where we actually played against each other this time. Then we had a duel in the end. I didn't know that till the very end, and he cheated. Watch the videos. They're hilarious. Captain Cluck writes in, nice video. Ryoga writes in, good vid. Rob 4K Jr., great video, guys. Pokemon Maniac writes in, you're better than Grimm's Toy Show. That is what I'm talking about right there. Comment of the year. Right? Rick Rampager says, this was cool. I can't wait for part 2. Gamer Pop Collector writes in, great video, Alex. Keep up the good work. And Rollins Gaming writes in, so cool. I'm looking forward to next week's episode, which was part 2. Rick writes in on part 2. This was hilarious. Lauren Cummings writes, you should have died, you lucky shit. I did. At the very end of part 1, and it opens, you know, I kind of overlapped it at the beginning of part 2, so you kind of pick up where you left off. I was coming out of this cave, and there was a creeper right there at the next checkpoint. Blew the whole thing up, but the cave was made of bedrock, so I was protected. Jigsaw Player writes in, LOL funny, and Zachary Miller, in the video, I had said I didn't know what the sign said because the creeper blew it up, and I said, somebody comment what the sign said. Not that it matters now because the video's over and I lost the adventure. But Zachary Miller wrote in what the sign said, and it said, the sign said, store your ore and craft what you need to survive. I lost the race anyway. Clocker and Hardtop video, we had picked up a couple of Transformers. Clocker and Hardtop were a 2-pack of old Cybertron, Transformers Cybertron. A lot of the same characters were carried over from, you know, Armada 2, Energon to Cybertron, and we picked up this 2-pack. Recolored at Walmart. It was a Walmart exclusive. It's all in the video. Twisted Clown writes in, nothing beats a My Pal Alex video at 5 o'clock in the morning while drinking coffee. Holla. Good morning to you and Feisty Pants from all of us here in the Philippines. Now, he means his family, not the whole country of the Philippines. Tuesday and Wednesday, his 2 daughters say hello to Feisty Pants. What's up, Tuesday and Wednesday? We sent the hello back. Rob Forky Jr. says, Clocker looks good. Hardtop, not so much. Right? Hardtop was a little rough on that figure, but Clocker was pretty cool. Dang Host Gaming writes in, nice and awesome figures. Lara Wakeland writes in, we talked about the show over through comments on YouTube, and she's got 3 words for you. Eat it, yeah. And Rollins Gaming writes in, this is awesome. Nice video and review and nice figures. Thanks, man.